Well, I got lots of neat stuff to talk about today. Wow, Michelle, Tammy, David, how are you? Yeah, so actually, I'm off soon. Go to see my son, who has a new baby girl, about a year old. So this is her birthday, and they're about 4 hours away. Um, so we're going up there to spend a week. So I'll be on. I won't be as active in this next week. So I have a little midget to entertain. I love entertaining kids because you can be stupid and, and crazy, and they love it. Grown-ups don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to have fun yet. So I get a little it's strange. I mean, I feel like I'm radioactive sometimes. People just don't want to go near me. And that's fine. There are other people that love it, and that's what I do well, so I don't mind. But I got a bunch of new stuff that I'm researching over the weekend that I want to share with you. And let me put it in the chat for members so they have all this. Okay, yeah. Grant school supplies. Okay, beauty. I mean, one of the interesting things is grants for fertility treatments. Man, I know we live downtown, so there's a lot of young people starting families, and the building we live in doesn't have big apartments, it has small apartments. So a lot of people are starting their life, and couples and everything, and they go through these kinds of issues. And boy, I found a program in Chicago that really does so much for so many people. It's phenomenal. I mean, and fertility treatments is just one of the things that they offer. Let me see if I can find this again. That's family plan. Yeah, it's called CHESED. CHESED. It's a nonprofit organization in Chicago, and I think it's only for the Chicago community. But what I'm trying to do is let people know about, even if it doesn't apply to you, this specific program that I have the link for. See, I want to show you, they're the kinds of things that are out there. So even if that doesn't apply for you, what you have to do is what I hope it does, is encourage you to realize, God, there's stuff like this out there. So you have to look for things like this where you live, okay? And that's what we do, is we train people to do that. But you don't need us. You just have to have the belief it's there and start looking at some obvious sources to begin with, like findhelp.org. Now, listen to kinds of things that they do. They number one, they provide provisions, okay? Clothing, furniture, baby needs, bikes, toys, school supplies, bridal needs, right? They help people in their weddings, and thousands of dollars to help people get married. Medical equipment, holiday gifts, okay, medical assistance, fertility treatments they offer. I mean, that could be like $20,000, man. Mental and behavioral health, medical insurance, extraordinary medical expenses. So that's emergency medical expenses, okay? Financial stability, this is another thing. I mean, this is one organization. I don't know how, this sounds like the government itself, all the programs, but this is one local office. They have debt, tax and financial counseling, government benefits assistance, interest-free loan fund. So you could borrow money there, interest-free. Single parent assistance, okay? Utilities assistance, eviction prevention and home repairs. School and camp tuition assistance. Wow. Okay, second time around, this is a clothing, furniture, appliances, and housewares, education and family services, school-based therapies, pediatric non-school-based therapies, youth volunteerism, mentoring. Man, it's just amazing. I don't know. If you live out in Chicago, let me know what this place looks like. Here's Chicago's Wedding assistance services offer critical support to families navigating the financial challenges of marrying off a child. Marrying off a child? That maybe give you a clue. We understand that expenses associated with weddings can often be overwhelming and even financially stable families. Our program aims to alleviate this burden by providing much needed assistance, ensuring that families can focus on celebrating this special occasion without stress or financial strain. Supports local qualifying by providing kitchen and dining package valued at $3,000. I guess you could have a wedding there. That's amazing. A local, wow, it just, oh, also they have makeup artists, okay, and hairstylists they provide. Wow. I mean, who would have thought? Yeah, that's right, just amazing. I mean, the more I'm into this business and doing it, it's been 50 years now, I just keep running into things that just amaze me. Yeah, why the hell do we have that? I don't know, but people need it, and that's the important thing. And we have to get the information to the people who need it, because it doesn't come easily. And I'm trying to, for those that remember, see that the end. Okay, see that's a wallpaper we have on our pathway to our bathroom. It's bitty, 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 that's all, folks. And I have you press a button over there and you hear Elmer Fudd say that, or whoever it was, I forget, and that's available. But man, okay, now did I put in all these links? Michigan gives, yeah, okay, right. Okay. Now here, what's interesting, what they're doing now in California is you don't need a Social Security number to get free phone service. Okay. I mean, that's like, what you think you know about America is probably wrong. Yeah, it just changes so much all the time. So you have to be aware. I mean, don't go by preconceived notions of what's there. Don't go by preconceived notions that you think what the requirements are and that you're not eligible, because that may be right for some programs, but there's so many programs and new ones that you can't imagine. Now, here's one up in Washington State. Utilities get your past utility bills forgiven if you lose your job. Man, who would have think? Man, I think you're just screwed. You lose your job and the utility bill comes. But no. See, you don't know. You have to go and find out things like that where you live. And how do you do that? You go to findhelp.org, put in utilities, and you'll find maybe 100 programs that help you with utilities. So here's one that says, if you lose your job, they pay your utilities. See? Now, how would you know to ask for that? You don't, and nobody would. I wouldn't even know that. But that's the kind of thing. You have to be surprised. And what you do is you go and look and be surprised. It's like panning for gold or something. And you're not going to get it unless you go out and pan for it. Okay, here's a program for $5,800 to help pay past due rent and security deposit for a new home. In other words, right, this is in Delaware, what they're doing. Okay, so maybe you're behind in your rent and you got a notice that they're gonna kick you out in the street or whatever. This is a state program where they pay the last couple months of rent that you owe, and then they also give you deposit money to get a new place, okay? And they have eviction legal help too. This is something that I ran into. This is, I looked at, somebody compiled all, the Michigan governor. I mean, she seems pleasant enough. Actually, she was on the running list for VPs. But she's been in Michigan politics for a long time. And somebody computed that she give millionaires $16 billion ever since she's been elected back in 2001. Okay, so well, what they do, the people who hate this call it, corporate welfare. Everybody complains about poor people getting money from the government, but nobody tells you about the rich people getting money from the government. So they went back and get the data since this woman was in office, or not in the governor's office, but she was a legislator, and then she went into became the governor, and computed that she voted to give $16 billion of corporate welfare. Okay, this is grants to companies to do stuff. And mainly government does that so they create jobs. Yeah, but how much is going to the people and how much is going to the investors is another issue. But anyway, so I looked at that, and one of our basic money programs for low income is called TANF, okay? And temporary assistance for needy families, okay? That's TANF. And I looked in Michigan, how much they pay every year for families that don't have a lot of money. Okay, it's $772 million they paid last year to people who don't have a lot of money, okay, and are hurting. Okay, so the $16 billion, now that's 23 years. Okay, if you divide $16 billion by 23 years, you get something like $17 million. So, I mean, $700 million. So Michigan last year gave $700 million to poor people and about the same to corporate people. and I mean, it's not apples and oranges, of course. And what I'm taking is something that is $2023 and going back to 2001. So it's probably a lot less than dollar value. I mean, if there's 700 million now, it could be only 500 million, 10, 20 years ago. So that would even make it look worse. But so let's say just call it equal, just for government's sake. And so they're giving as much to corporate welfare as they are for people who are poor and get welfare. Just a little government facts. Now this is another interesting thing that's going on in our country now, our housing programs. There are so many housing programs now, it's incredible. We have a housing shortage. There's not enough housing for people out there. We have not only a housing shortage, but housing decay. Our houses are getting so old and they're not holding up very well, so they have to be refurbished. And every day I see, across my email, because I'm on all these lists, I see so many programs to get more housing for people. And that means the government gives grants to either help you fix up houses, to help you buy houses, or to help you invest in building houses. So as a real estate investor too. 660,000. Okay, for the last, let's see, I have a link here. If you go to Google, let me get this for you and see so I know what I'm talking about. If you go to Google right now and put in housing grants, okay? And if you do that, you'll get 4 million websites if you put news. See, when you search Google, you don't want to just let Google show you everything, because you want to get rid of as much of the junk of people selling you something as possible. And what I do is there's a tab on top when you search, and it has all images, videos, shopping, books, maps, and one called News, N-E-W-S. That's what you want to click on, the one that says News, because that tells you about articles that are written about what's in the news about government grants. So if it's in the news, that means they're probably not selling you anything. People, on their own blogs and websites and something are trying to sell you something and say, hey, we're so great, come here and buy me buy me. Give me your money here. So you don't want to go there. So that's why you go news. Where's the news about new government grant programs for housing? Okay, and that's what I do. Okay, when you get that, then what you want to do is go to tools. No, go to more. Go to more, and no, then you want to put how current do you want the news? Okay, so in the past month, wow, there are 4 million websites. Every time I do this, I get it different. Like I did it before and I got 600,000, but now I get 4 million. 4 million I get now. So there's 4 million websites that tell you about government grants. Okay, here's one. Biden-Harris administration invests $325 million into housing and community development. That's the other key word you want to know about, community development, because that means they want to make your housing better. That means they want you to give you money to even build housing or apartment buildings or whatever. Community development. Also, if you're a business, because community development, they get grants to help businesses start or grow or whatever. Okay, here's another one. HUD awards new funding to expand housing supply and choice. That's another program. So that's HUD is coming out, and that was just a month ago. Housing grants uplifting Ohio community 3 years ago. Okay, I mean three weeks ago. So from the County Community Action Agency, work to improve the quality of life in families and individuals. So that's a program. See that you can see all this stuff. Commerce grants for $10 million increase housing stability for Montanans. All these. Governor Newsom announces $3 billion to funding housing for homeless. Wow. City requesting $5 million worth of housing grants. Suit claims Missouri violation Sunday. I don't know what that is, but that's about housing somewhere in there. Urbana City Committee to discuss housing grants on Monday night. So, if that's your city, you want to go hear what they're talking about, because they're going to decide to spend money on something that involves housing, that involves an opportunity for you. Housing panel recommends more funds for small business grant programs. Wyden pushes housing affordability bills. Okay, City of Lexington seeks partner to apply for supporting housing grants. See, all this stuff. Pew awards $4 million to support housing, legal services for older Philadelphians. Housing grants approved by the Killeen, wherever that is, Killeen City Council. More housing grants. Rockford Housing Authority gives 1.5 million grants. Wow. It's just one after another. See, that's what's going on. So you don't know. It's bubbling underneath everything you're doing. And then they pop up. And by the time you see them, it's probably over. And everybody's taking advantage of them. That's why you got to get ahead of this curve and find out about these programs. And the only way I know about it is find organizations where you live that deal with this. And it's a community programs. So that's your elected officials, your county office of community development. That's how you stay ahead of these things. Okay, let's see what we have. Questions. Amber, thanks, Ms. Lynch, for mentioning this again. I remember when you started Tool as part of Google back. We wanted to get COVID. Yes. Oh my goodness. You go back, right? Now, I still do that, but see, now what I like, besides using Google, I can speak for Michelle and a small business owner. Yes, we're in need of these small business grants to come forth. Other forms of funding also. Good morning, everyone in California. Thanks for Frank. Well, that's why I like AI. You could go to AI and just find like housing, okay? So if you go to AI and if you ask, give me the places to finance housing or housing repair, and if you mention in the description, when you put in the chat on AI, that you want to see only websites for government offices and nonprofit organizations, then they will come up. And you could put in your state. I want to see government offices, nonprofit organizations that have this. See, but the problem with AI, it doesn't show you news stuff. So what's news? That's why Google could show you news. So what's news stuff? And if you click on news, then you don't get you don't get as much as the old stuff they're trying to sell you, somebody trying to sell you. So that's why it's really, see, if you see, hey, there's a lot. Now what I would do, okay, I want to know where in my city I could go and find out about these programs. So that's what you do. Then you go over to AI and you put in grant, housing grants. Well, I would say just to buy a house, the more specific you're going to cut out people, because if you say grants, they got so much money they're giving out for free that they don't even call grants. Yeah, so you don't want to do that. You want to state this problem you're trying to solve. You say money to buy a house from nonprofit and government offices. Okay, that's what you want, and put the state. Don't put a city, because too many national state programs that you're going to miss it and whatever. It's just trying to understand the robots. And only because I got an MBA in computer science, I still don't understand the robots. But be as open-minded as possible when you do this, okay? John, the other friend has a food trailer that she would like to rehab as part of food security network here in Tennessee. Well, food security is a very important program nowadays. So and there's a lot of grants. I know in Washington, D.C., here they have grants for small entrepreneurs that want to bring food, like a food truck, to neighborhoods that don't get that. So that's part of it. But you have to find out what's available where you are, okay? Now, what you want to do is have her go. There's two kinds of ways. One, you want to go to the people in where she lives that helps people start or expand businesses. You want to contact them and start talking to them. All this will happen when the more people you talk to, the more likely something is going to happen. So you go to sba.gov/local-assistance. Local-assistance. And you start making appointments with them, tell them about your idea. You don't say, hey, I want a grant to do something. No, I want to talk to you about an idea I have. Okay, is there someone there, and how to get it off the ground? So you make appointments there. Now the other thing you want to do is find out people who are interested in food assistance, okay? And what I would do there is contact your local office that has community development block grants. Community development block grants, BLOCK grants. Okay, so you find your county office that is in charge of community development block grants, because they're really probably the more likely place that would have money for that, because they want to solve this problem of food deserts. See, the government people the people that help you start a business just want to help you start a business. They don't care, okay? But this is, the community development block grant people is trying to solve problems they have in their community. They don't have enough housing, and they don't have enough after-school things for people. The seniors need some help, all this kind of thing. So food desert is in that category. So that's why you want to talk to the office in charge of community development block grants. Tell them about your idea and ask them for sources that you may turn to help you with that idea. So you don't run in and say, hey, I need $100,000 for my business. No. Say, I want to solve this problem, and I'd like to work on solving this problem. Can I talk to you about it? And that's what you want. I still need help. Get someone to, well, Joey, I think you drained me. Still, you're in Wisconsin, if I recall. Well, you got to look for, stretch your mind for other options, and other people will give you that. I guess you went to SBDC, I think you did that, Small Business Development Center. I guess you went to HUD counseling, right? But because it's a business, I would look for more people. What's your zip code, Joey? Your zip code? Joey, Joey. Okay, we are from California on SSD and out of state in Ohio on our way home and ran out of subscription. What are subscriptions? What? Okay, 853. Let's see if we could help Joey. 46. Okay, let me see, Joey. Okay. Oh, you're in Las Vegas, Joey. I'm sorry. Oh, I can see the problem. You don't have many sources there. Okay, let me try a little bit more. 85346 and 25. God, how could there be only one? That is crazy. There has to be. I know there is. Wow. Okay, let me do another. Yeah, I only find one. I mean, that's remarkable, Joey. So now I understand better why you have a lot of problems with this. Okay, economic development. Arizona. You're in Arizona, is that right, Joey? Who is the person who got 109,000 to get out of debt? Where did you see that 109,000, Joey? I don't know. Okay, Joey. Here is a. Okay, this is. I am just shocked that the Phoenix area has only one office for local assistance. That's incredible. There's something wrong there. But here is another source of free help to get your business back in shape. Okay, it's called the EDA.gov, Economic Development Administration. Okay, now there's a listing there, and there looks like about 12 or 15 offices in the state that help people, and these are all government offices and nonprofit organizations that help people, okay? And that's, yeah, I'm not sure, it's a one-off probably somewhere, and I'm not sure where it is. I think someone posted that they had a school loan that was written off for. Yes, yeah, yes, yes, you're right, Brian. Yeah, so that's Department of Education. So that's a, yes, yeah, we got a lot of members that helped out. Yeah. Oh, great, Brian. Thanks. See, my old brain, we got people covering my ass. That's awfully nice. But Joey, look at that Arizona Economic Development Administration office. There is that link will show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 offices. And I would call each one of them, okay? I mean, unfortunately, that's the only way. It'd be nice if it was easier way, but you've been screwing around with this a year, so what the hell is another few hours, to maybe get it? And what you do when you're doing that is to be as open-minded as possible. That you, Charity, to make sure, that's right. And make sure you just say, hey, I mean, my business is in financial trouble. Is there someone there I could talk to? Don't say I have to get out of debt. Don't say I need a grant. Don't say, hey, can I get $100,000? Don't say any of those kinds of things, because you need somebody to think through, help you think through, to expand your mind and opportunities that you don't know that are out there. And people that are in this business of solving problems like yours every day, so they're always there talking to people. They go to groups and meetings and things like that, where people like you they're trying to help. Thank you, Matthew. We will contact both local SB. I think that, John, that's S. America's SBDC.org. Okay, that's what you want. Okay, America's SBDC.org. Okay. Hold on, I gotta get my door. I hope that's Teddy. Is that Teddy? That's for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, you bet. We're gone for a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, that's the maintenance guy in the apartment building. My wife got some a parking pass, so he doesn't have to pay for street parking, because they ticket, in big cities like this, they don't let you park very long and save it for residents as opposed to interlopers, that you tend to call it. Yeah, so again, when you contact the SCORE is another one. Yes, definitely. And see, it's funny, that should be in SBDC, at SBA.com local assistance, and they don't. Yes, Amber, that's great. And I don't know why, maybe there's not a SCORE, but there has to be. So go to Amber's list too. And you have to call, you have to make an appointment. Your delivery of the Madalascar guy came in the mail. What did I do? I don't mail anything anymore. I just get mail from Amazon. That's all. or unless you got an Amazon package from it, I could say, yeah, Brian, I came in the mail, your delivery of the Madalascar guy. Wow, make sure, because we don't mail anything that I know of. At my age, maybe I'm missing something somewhere. But I'd love to know what it is, Brian. SCORE volunteers need to be also do viral. Oh, that's right, Amber. Well, thank you so much. I was, okay. Oh, shit, I'm really getting old. I don't even remember that stuff we said, oh, God, where did I? You get a little insecure, so you believe anything. That means I miss the good jokes, too. And that's important. Listen, guys, I have to pack because I got to get on the road in about, about 2 hours. So I got to pack for a week's worth. Now, me and my wardrobe, that is a problem. 1 or 2 days, I'm okay. But now I got to go somewhere for a week. That's like, oh man, I don't know. It just, my wardrobe. Tell you a story about my wardrobe. It is, when we wanted to move out of our house after we raised kids, come back downtown, we were looking for an apartment. We said, oh, we need at least like 2-3 bedrooms or whatever. And oh man, they were so expensive. And that's that. But my wife always had a one bedroom apartment downtown. We always kept it and rented it out. And so that's why we want to move downtown, because we liked it. Make sure all those hard shirts are, that's right. The shirts are easy. I got jackets and all kind of shit. And the weather now is sort of changing. And he's out in the woods, so it's colder. You know, oh man, you don't know the trouble I'm going to be in for the next 2 hours and not have the right things anyway. And I know there's a better blue shirt I have that could have matched this. So anyway, so we're talking about where to live in downtown. We're sitting here having in our one little bedroom apartment. One Sunday, he said, "What are we going to do?" We look at place, and we're so comfortable in this building. It's an older building. It's like 100 years old, but it's sort of like an old loafer, you know, that fits, and that sweater you still like, but it's out of it's out of fashion. Then I said, "God, the problem we can't live here is my clothes." I mean, see, in our normal kind of family house, we had the bedroom. You had the big closet for the woman and the small closet for the guy. No, I have the big closet. Wendy lives with 3 suits. I don't understand how she does that. So anyway, I said, God, what would we just get another apartment in the building for my clothes? And that's what we did. And it works out great. Not only did my clothes, but when people come and visit, here, stay in this apartment, I'll see you at dinner. So no matter, you're downtown in apartment buildings, you know, if somebody's staying with you, you're running into each other all the time. And this way, it's great. You can have friends come in and stay, whatever, and they live in a separate apartment. So it works out very well, and we really enjoy it. So people come and visit, and also we use it for other people in the building that have visitors, instead of them showing out. Yeah, they could use our apartment for a couple of days. What the heck? You're so stylish. I love your call. Thank you, Michelle. I hope, Michelle, everything okay for you? Let me know. Okay, I sent you a couple notes, and I don't know if I got them back. I could have missed it, but I want to make sure you're okay, and that I care for you. Okay, yeah, that's very important to me. And okay, let me go and start packing. Okay, the clothes concept my mom taught me long ago. 3 blouses, 3 shirts. Yeah, that's Smiley, right? That's not me, unfortunately. My friend is Native American whose father was giving her 100-acre farm in Tennessee. She has developmentally delayed teenage daughter and would like to find programs to pay taxes, rehab, and housing. Okay, there's a lot of good programs for people in rural areas. What I would do first is go to your county, wherever this property is, start with your county. County Cooperative Extension Service. I'm sure if you call 211 or 311 wherever you live, you get that. And right, guys, I just want to keep this community loving and loving each other as much as we can. We all have bad days, and that's it. Just go hide. Just go hide. If you feel you're having a bad day, try not to take it out on the rest of us, and go hide for a while. Lick your wounds and come back and share your love with us, so we can share love back to you, okay? I think that's the way it may work the best. I always go on live. If there's nobody coming up, I could go on AI search for you if you like, chat. Oh, wonderful, Charity. See, I see a Charity, open heart. We're here in life to help each other so much, and it feels so fucking good. I do this because I'm selfish as hell. So get out there and be more selfish and love each other. Okay. I'm not on till 3 p.m. and I'll be doing some AI searching also. Good. Hi, Amber. Well, thank you so much. Beautiful people have just changed my life. Thank you. I mean, I threw that away like nothing. No, it's very important to me.